Privacy is paramount in every business, which is why today we've got two privacy pros that are going to bring you the top 5 mistakes in privacy that your business is probably making. I'm Kat Code. I'm a data privacy consultant out of Canada, and I'm going to throw it to Jodi.
Hi, I'm Jodi Daniels, based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am also a privacy consultant. So, tip number 1 is assuming that the law doesn't apply to you, that you are out of scope. And we see this all the time. Just last week, people were saying, you know what? GDPR and CCPA, they don't apply to me because I am not based in California or I am not based in Europe. And those are fallacies. If you are serving customers in either California or in Europe, you are in scope. If you have employees in either of those locations, you are in scope. And the last piece to that is if you are a service provider or a vendor or a processor and your customers are giving you data to process from either of those jurisdictions, you also need to comply with those laws to help serve your customers. So Kat, what is number 2?
Number 2 that people are doing is trying to automate all of this compliance. That would be awesome. I would love to be able to automate this process and go in and press a magical button and have people do it. Unfortunately, with compliance, it's really nuanced. And looking at something as simple as data categorization, you can pull data in, you can use tools to pull data out of your services and products, and you can take a look at them. But understanding how that data affects your clients, how 2 pieces of data coming together can become identifiable when independently they're not. It's really specialized and individual to the product and service. So you can automate pieces of compliance, but you can't automate the whole thing. So you can do some things, but again, making sure that you're taking human eyes and taking a look at your process and making sure it works for your employees, your company, and your products and services.
Awesome. Well, tip number 3, tying on to that, is that companies are only relying on tools. And just like you described, Kat, we can't only rely on tools. So let's pick on a process like the DSAR piece, so a data subject access request. We can have a tool that can help automate, can create workflows. We have got to have a process behind all of that. So the humans who are supposed to be either devising and figuring out what that automated setup should look like, or how we're going to respond to the people actually making the request, we have some thought, some process, some strategy behind them. And then we always know that there's some type of an exception. So we have got to be able to make sure that we have people who are trained on privacy and the law and know what to do available to help answer any of those questions. And there's oodles of other examples, but today we're going to talk about just that DSAR piece. So we don't want to only rely on tools. We need people, process, and a strategy behind it. Kat, back to you.
Awesome. Number 4 is trying to get certified on privacy compliance with privacy regulations. It doesn't exist. So we've got NIST, we've got ISO, we've got all sorts of other things out there where people are getting auditors in and they're certified in it. They've got all sorts of little cute badges at the bottom of their website that says they're certified. There is no universal certification right now for these privacy regulations. So if somebody's coming in and offering you a certification, don't take that. It doesn't exist right now. And Jodi, one more.
Last one is that a DPO is the same. So under GDPR, there is this idea of a DPO, a data protection officer. It is a very specific prescribed role in a company with specific requirements that it needs to happen. At the same time, a lot of companies use the phrase DPO to stand for a data privacy officer, kind of like a chief privacy officer. We've just moved letters in the alphabet from C to D. That particular person's really about the daily operational tasks and the strategy and kind of all of it. So imagine you have pointed to someone in the company, you're responsible for privacy. That really is the data privacy officer. So your GDPR DPO and your kind of operational DPO are not the same thing.
Awesome. All right. So to sum it up, 5 mistakes we're making: assuming regulations don't apply to you, trying to automate all of your compliance processes, relying solely on tools to do the work for you, thinking you can get certified and mistaking the DPO for the DPO. If you want any more information on data privacy regulations or anything having to do with data privacy, you can find Jodi at Red Clover. You can find myself at Binary Tattoo, and there is lots of information underneath on how to contact us if you need anything else or have any more questions. Thanks.
Thanks for listening.